annual Paws for a Cure walk, which is being held in Wakefield at Lake Quannapowitt.
It sure is. It's a lot of fun. There's going to be a lot of vendors there. It's just a lot of fun with all the animals there. The last couple of years, it's been hilarious. I've seen pictures and videos after the walk because I'm so busy with everything going on. There's been dogs swimming in the lake, and they're having a great time, and I love seeing this.
That really is one of the best places. I love the lake.
Oh, it's so much fun. It really is.
And it's just
beautiful.
You just refer to it as the lake, and
yes.
Everybody knows what you're talking about.
Yes.
And you know what's really funny is we had spoken last year right around this time, and obviously I was aware of the Paws for a Cure walk, and I was driving around the lake. It was on a Sunday afternoon, like late afternoon-ish, and I saw like a ton of dogs, and I'm like, wow, there's a lot of people walking their dogs. And then it took me like an hour to realize that it was your event. And I couldn't believe the amount of pets that were involved.
Oh, we had over 300 dogs there last year.
Was it that many?
Oh, there was so much fun. It was so funny because every single dog got along. The big dogs, the tiny dogs, and it was really fun. And last year there was a rescue group out there with they were all wearing vests that said "Adopt Me," and it was so heart wrenching. But they were all wonderful, and they were pit bulls.
Oh my God!
They were amazing, beautiful dogs, and it helped bring awareness that that there is animals in need of needing homes.
Exactly.
So Paws for a Cure not only, helps financially for people, but try to help the community know that, there are animals in need of homes as well, because that's really important.
Aside from them getting involved with the walk with Paws for a Cure, do you see yourselves maybe teaming up and collaborating with other organizations as the years go by?
And we have. And we do it as well right now. We have helped a local organization. We were doing a program called the Huggable Program where we were taking stuffed animals and providing it to veterinary hospitals and to rescue groups, giving the animals a peace of mind, having something to snuggle with, which we are not doing this year, but we have in the past. And what we did was dropped off a whole bunch to a local rescue group. When we received the pictures of these dogs and cats cuddling with them, it really melts my heart because I know that now they have a feeling of security and and a friend to cuddle with.
Exactly. Now, I don't have pets of my own, and I really don't have much experience with pets. But aside from that, are people that are the owners of the pets allowed to stay with their pets as they're going through treatments? Like if it were your son or daughter or other family member, you'd usually stay with them.
It all depends on the veterinary clinic or hospital, their policies. I know with Nico, I waited in the waiting room. When he had his surgeries, I lived a little over a mile down the road, and I waited at home and impatiently waiting for the phone call. And once I got the call, I went right over there. But it all depends on the place where you go. Some allow you to be surgery. Obviously, you're not allowed in the room. You're allowed to stay in the waiting room, but you are allowed to get frequent updates of what's going on.
But if you can't stay with them, or maybe the policy of the specific clinic isn't for you to stay and comfort your pet, then at least they have the security of the stuffed animals, like you said.
That's correct.
So tell us about the walk coming up on May 15th. Give us kind of like the overall picture of what to expect. I know that I saw the dogs firsthand last year, and some of them just stand out in the crowd, like dogs that I had never even seen, like, before in my life.
We have a group called the Team Bodacious Bull Mastiffs, and they're a group of bull mastiffs, very large dogs, which is wonderful seeing them the last couple of years. And also we have a Harlequin Great Dane there named Henry. He's huge, but seeing his presence, and then you see him next to these tiny little Chihuahuas, it is the funniest thing. But it's wonderful seeing these things. We have Boston Snow Dogs that are coming out again this year. They're a group of Siberian Huskies, and it's just amazing seeing all these different breeds, sizes, and shapes, and every single dog gets along, and it's wonderful to see because they're all coming out for the same reason, to give support. We have dogs coming out that are in remission from cancer, are going through other diseases. You don't actually have to walk. It's a 3-mile walk around the lake. We do have people that has come out to support the cause that hang out with in by the gazebo where we have our tent set up, where the vendors are going to be there again this year. And it's just so much fun. And we have an opening ceremonies where we let off balloons, send off to the Rainbow Bridge. The Rainbow Bridge is where there's a poem online. It's by an unknown author called The Rainbow Bridge. I really would really suggest people to look it up online. It's called The Rainbow Bridge Poem, and it's a very heartwarming poem. Instead of saying the dogs are going to heaven, it's going to Rainbow Bridge, and they're going, oh, I don't want to cry. The dogs are going to the Rainbow Bridge, and they wait for us till we can come meet them again. Ooh.
Oh, and then you cross over together.
Oh, that made me tear up even thinking about it. But yes, they are waiting for us, and when we get there, we're going to be together and forever.
Oh, that is so
nice. It's a beautiful poem. It really is. And whoever created this poem, I highly honor them because it's helped a lot of people.
Do you have it up on your website?
We do not have it up on our website. I do have it printed in my home as well, but there is online. I will put a link on there later on today to the Rainbow Bridge poem. It is just a beautiful, beautiful poem.
I'm going to have to go check it out after Boston Outlook this morning. So I know you were talking about what was going on over at the Lake Quannapowitt, and what to expect on May 15th. For the 4th annual Paws for a Cure walk, what's going to be new this year?
Well, this year things have been a little different. We, as I said, we have changed, and we've expanded out to be able to help all dogs and cats in need of injuries and illnesses, not just canine cancer, but we still are helping with canine cancer as well. We're getting more of people coming out because it's not just specific anymore. So we're hoping to get even more word of mouth, letting people know that Paws for Cure is out there. Come out and join us and show your support for the animals in need. Even if you're not allowed to walk, come on out. It's just so much fun.
And last year, I know it was a perfect day because I do remember vividly driving by all of the dogs that were walking. How did the dogs do with the 3-mile walk?
It was great because you don't have to go fast. It's at your own pace. They're small dogs. It was cute. Some of them were in carriages, which I thought was adorable. Sometimes I feel like I need a carriage. Someone pushed me around. Then there was a large dog. So not all of them can actually walk around the lake. So they did what they could and turned around. We're hoping to have a shuttle service for the next walk, next year's walk, to be able to go around the lake and pick the ones up that can no longer do the whole walk, or at certain points along the lake to pick them up. That's our goal for next year's walk.
And you know what? It's an easy walk. I mean, if you're afraid about doing 3 miles in one straight shot, I mean, it's really, really easy, and there's enough to keep you occupied when you're walking around there. And I'm sure, because you have your vendors set up, that's also just another, attraction for people.
Exactly.
Is it open to all ages?
It is, all ages. And we'll have our T-shirts available online and also at the day of the walk.
And what about registration? Do you have to do that beforehand?
Yes, please. We ask that everybody pre-register online, and you will have the option to pay online via credit card, mail in your check, or pay on the day of the walk. To pre-register, it is $25, and if you're going to pay on the day of the walk, it is $30. And it's a tax-deductible donation.
In addition to the registration fee, do you require walkers to raise any additional funds?
It is all up to the walker. We so appreciate if they do that, but it's not necessary. They don't have to raise a certain amount of dollars. If we have quite a few walk teams out there and individual walkers that are getting sponsors, and you can have your sponsors sponsor you on the website. If they go to the pawsforacure.org and click on the sponsor a walker team in the navigation bar, they can actually sponsor you, and there's a drop-down menu for their existing teams, or you can enter in an individual walker, or you can just do a general donation.
How many teams do you have walking this year?
We have, I think we definitely have over 25.
Wow.
And we also have satellite walk teams throughout the country. So they're not actually at the Wakefield Walk. They are in other states,
Oh.
and we did this on the last couple of years as well. And we have walk teams in Denver, Wisconsin, South Florida, and it is just so wonderful that these walk teams are out there. They're going to be walking the same time we are in their time zone, and the just showing support. And it's so wonderful having them do that.
That's really cool how, everything's taking place at the same time on the same day for the same goal.
That's correct. And our goal is, and hopefully in the future, to have a Paws for Cure walk in every single state. Right now, we're still local, we're still small, but our goal is to get there, is, in every single state having a walk.
And you guys are still fairly new. I mean,
We
it's
are.
only been up and running since 2008.
That is correct. And the 2008 walk, I planned it within a month, and I was so surprised how many people actually showed up for it, because I just did printing from my computer at home and just put up little signs. And, we had, I would say, a good 50 people there just the first year, and without really any advertisement at all. And then it just keeps getting larger and larger, and it's so wonderful seeing everybody out there. And if anybody's come to the walks, they know when I do the opening speeches, I cry through the whole thing because it's really emotional for me. The main thing being emotional for me is seeing all the support that comes out there. It is just so amazing that because of my experience, with Nico, I don't want to cry again. My experience,
that's okay.
With Nico, he has brought so much to so many other people. So his memory will live on through Paws for a Cure.
Exactly. And, especially those 50 dogs that you've helped over the last 3 or 4 years through Paws for a Cure.
It's amazing to me. It really is. And it's all because the people that donate to Paws for a Cure, their tax-deductible donations help so many in need.
And it is definitely a nice tribute to Nico. We're chatting with Kerry Goldman. She is the founder and president of Paws for a Cure. Coming up on Sunday, May 15th, it is the 4th annual Paws for a Cure walk around Lake Quannapowitt in Wakefield. Kerry, what time does it start?
It starts at 1 o'clock, and the reason we do it on Sundays at 1 o'clock is we learned from experience after the first year. That way it gives time for the people to spend doing their religious events, going lunch with their families. So we have it during the afternoon, and it makes for a better day, I found.
Yeah, this is very true because, sometimes it becomes cumbersome to get everything that's your obligations kind of out of the way for the weekend before the morning even gets there,
Right. And 9 a.m. is kind of early to actually do the walk because we have setup time, which takes a couple hours. Mm-hmm. So it's actually wonderful that, seeing the people that come out there, it just amazes me. Every year we have some of the same faces, and we add new faces, and then we have the dogs that come out and see them each year, and then they have new family members. We see new babies, new puppies. It's just so wonderful to me. It really is. And the support from the community, I cannot thank you enough.
Oh, that's fantastic. How can our listeners get involved?
Register online at www.paws4acure.org, and it's Paws, Paws. And you can register online. You can donate online. Come out, support us. If you don't have financially can't help, come volunteer. We love it. I know I'm not the person that can financially help, so I volunteer to do things. So we love anybody that can help any way you can.
And there's plenty of things to, get involved with outside of just the financial contribution.
Exactly.
I don't know what type of programs you do through Paws for a Cure other than offering financial assistance. But, there's a lot of legwork that goes into these things, or even if it's just visiting somebody who's having a similar experience of maybe what you went through, or other volunteers or people as part of the organization may have seen firsthand, and they can kind of offer more support than...
Oh, support is the most amazing thing. People don't understand what amazing support can do for someone. Just saying, I'm here for you.
That's right.
That is so important. You may not be able to help financially, but you can just lend a hand, lend a paw, as we say.
I like that. That should be your slogan.
Lend a paw.
Lend a paw with Paws for a Cure. Well, I can't believe we are almost out of time.
Aww. Well, I do appreciate it. Thank you so much for having us for the second year on 103.3 WODS. It's so important that the community knows about Paws for Cure and what we do.
You're so welcome. And there's so many listeners that, I know have animals, And whether they're going through something like you went through with Nico, or if they just want to find an organization that they're passionate about, maybe this is the one for them, and maybe they'll come out on Sunday, May 15th.
Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Is there anything else you want to leave us with, Carrie?
Well, I want to thank everybody for your support, and I hope to see you on May 15th. Thank you.
You're welcome. I hope